Hey, if you're thinking of moving to Sandy, Utah, then you're going to want to stick around for this video because I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know about Sandy, as well as the surrounding areas, including the proximity to Salt Lake City, Utah. That way you can get a good idea as far as what to expect, as far as the commute, traveling to the airport, as well as the highlights of the area. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about eating, sleeping, the good and the bad about living in Salt Lake, Utah, or Sandy, Utah, like we'll be discussing in this video, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake and the surrounding areas. My name's Steve Gilbert, and my team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you, looking for help with making their move to Salt Lake, Utah. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of the information's in the description below. That way we can help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake, Utah. So as I mentioned in this video, we're going to walk you through everything that you need to know about Sandy, Utah on the maps. So let's get right to it and jump into my computer. Okay, here we are taking a look at Sandy, Utah. So Sandy is located in Salt Lake County, commonly referred to in Utah as the Salt Lake Valley. So let me show you exactly where Sandy's located. Okay, so this area is Sandy. Now you're going to notice that we have the Wasatch Mountains that are located to the east. We have the Ochre Mountains here to the west, and here's the Great Salt Lake up here. So in the Salt Lake Valley, Sandy's located in the southern eastern part. Now, what does that mean as far as commute times heading into Salt Lake City, heading to the airport? Let's talk about that real quick. So from Sandy, the straight shot up at Interstate 15, get into Salt Lake, and that drive time is about 22 minutes. So kind of depending where you live in Sandy, it could be a little longer, a little bit shorter as well. So Sandy does stretch from the Interstate I-15 all the way up to the Wasatch Mountains here. Now to get to the airport, it's a similar route. I-15, you can take all the way up to I-80, or at the interchange of 215, you can head west and then north and head up to the airport. Your travel time is only about 25 minutes, so really it's pretty reasonable. You do have good access to the freeway here in Sandy. Sandy is located between the mountain and I-15. Now, Utah, there's been a lot of expansion with the tech industry, a lot of tech companies, and they're scattered throughout Utah, scattered throughout the Wasatch Front. But there's a big concentration of them at the south end, or at the very northern end of Utah County, in this area right here called Lehi. And so whether it's Adobe or any other tech company, if you happen to be employed there, your travel time is you're about 20 minutes from Lehi down I-15 to get to this area. You're kind of sixes in between, whether you head north to Salt Lake or head down into Lehi, into the Utah County area. Let me show you some other attractions and amenities that are close by. So one great thing about Sandy is here in Utah, we love our snow, we love to ski. And so if you like to ski as well, getting up to those resorts, from Sandy, heading up Little Cottonwood Canyon up to the Alta and to the snowbird ski resorts, you are only about, I would say about a 20-minute drive heading up to Alta or to Snowbird. And you're probably only about another 10 minutes further, 30 minutes, heading over to the Big Cottonwood Canyon, over to the Brighton and the Solitude resorts right there. So if you love to ski, it doesn't get any easier as far as easy access to the resorts. You're essentially located right at the base of the canyons, and you can zip up there and enjoy the powder days here in Utah. Okay, so let's zoom in, take a little bit closer look as far as what Sandy's going to offer. Here we are zoomed in. As I mentioned earlier, you have I-15 that runs north and south. It runs the entire state of Utah. So from northern down to southern Utah, it is the main interstate here in Utah. With Sandy, it is one of our larger cities as well. If I remember right, I think it's the 6th largest city in Utah. We have a population of 90,000 people. Let's just talk about some of the attractions and amenities right here. So there's quite a lot going on, and I'm going to circle some of these to make it a little bit easier as well. So some of the things that we have going on is there's the Real Salt Lake. So a professional soccer team, and here's where they're located. That's their stadium right there. We also have the Jordan Commons Megaplex Theater. So if you want to go and enjoy one of the iconic theaters here in Utah, the Jordan Commons a theater chain. This is where it all started right here, and it's got this great theme. You walk inside, it feels like you've walked into this city. There's lots of theaters, lots of food and restaurants available within this theater as well. Directly to the south of Jordan Commons, we have the Expo Center. So this is where we have the RV show in the spring. We've got the boat show that's in the spring. We've got a spring home show. We've got a fall home show. Whether it's a fitness or a nutrition, there's an expo that's always going on. And this is where it's located right there. Now we got places like Costco that are located right here. So easy access to great shopping. We have the Shill Sporting Goods store with lots of restaurants in this area as well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so we can take a look at some of these. This is closer to 106. So I've zoomed in actually on the Southtown Mall. So this is an indoor shopping mall. We've got the Texas Roadhouse. We have a Chili's right here, Olive Garden, Chipotle, Panda. Across the street on the east side of State Street, there are several other restaurants as well. As I zoom in here, you can see different sub shops, and Costa Vida is located over there. So there's a lot of shopping. There's a lot of restaurants that are all located close to this State Street area in Sandy, and you're gonna find the bulk of that ranging from 90th South all the way down to 114th South, which is going to put us on the southern edge of the city of Sandy. So let me zoom out a little bit further here. I'll show you some of the other amenities and attractions here. Now we have the Hell Theater, which is a play theater. You can go and enjoy live entertainment and theaters there. So that's a great attraction, a great amenity that's right here locally in Sandy as well. Now on the west side of the freeway, we have the Planet Aquarium. So this is the Living Planet Aquarium. You can go and see all of the sea life and fish life there. It's a great place. The kids love it. It's a place that I would encourage you to go and visit if you make your way to Sandy. Now there's a great park. It's Dimple Dell, but here in Dimple Dell, this is about a 5.5 mile trail system. And so you can hike it, you can bike it, you can ride horses in there. And it's just a great area to go and enjoy. It kind of feels like you've stepped out into the country walking up this trail system here. Let me see if I can find, oh, there we have it. Here we go. This is the Dimple Dell Recreation Center. But this area of Dimple Dell is just really beautiful. Now also, because we are located right up against the Wasatch Mountains, I mentioned earlier that you've got the ski resorts just up the canyon. There's a lot to do here as far as hiking. You've got Bell's Canyon. And if I click on this, let me just show you, this is what's in your backyard when you live in Sandy. And that is just a beautiful mountain setting. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here. This is just the reservoir down at the bottom. But as you head up the canyon, this is the view that you're going to have of the valley below. And this is the road that ties into the trail. It takes up to some waterfalls, and just absolutely beautiful. Right in your backyard there at Sandy. So you've got this river that flows out. You've got these granite peaks. Incredible area. And so Bell's Canyon, that's not your only hiking trail there. You've got the Rocky Mountain Trailhead, Little Willow Canyon. You can head up Little Cottonwood Canyon, which is the canyon that takes you up to the Alta Ski Resort, Snowbird. Not only can you ski up there, but you can enjoy that time in the summertime as well. Just enjoy the beauty that area has to offer. So I'm going to zoom in here on Snowbird, and I want to show you a couple of things because, you know, it's one of these things that you need to check out. Is you need to visit Snowbird in the wintertime. You need to ski Snowbird, but you also need to go up there in the summertime, ride the tram, take the tram to the top of the mountain, and just enjoy the beauty that the Wasatch Mountains have to offer. So here's a quick look at some pictures. Here's the summertime. Here's the tram line. You can see these great big peaks that surround. You know, you're just getting away from it all once you head up the canyon. You kind of leave that city life behind. You can just really enjoy the quiet and the solitude that the mountains bring. Okay, So let's jump out of that. Let's get back to Sandy here real quick. All right, so some other areas here in Sandy, we do have a couple of country clubs here. We've got the Willow Creek Country Club, and down here we've got the Hidden Valley Country Club as well. So if you like that private golf setting, a couple of great options there. And you've got just these incredible backdrops. So once again, I'm talking about the Wasatch Mountains. I'm talking about the view that you have from this golf course. If we look at these pictures here, and you're going to see this on both country clubs, but that's what you have to look at, is just these incredible mountain views as you're out playing a round of 18 holes. Okay, so we'll jump out of that real quick, get back to our map here. Let's go ahead and jump over to the housing and what to expect if you're looking to make a move and buy a home in the Sandy area. So let's talk about the housing first and what the median price is. And I want to point out a couple of things that are unique here to Sandy. So according to Realtor.com, median listing price is $620,000. That's going to put us around $258 per square foot. Now, I want to take you to a market snapshot, market report that I pulled. Now, you're going to see that the average home price just over $900,000. Now, I want to point out the difference, and I'm going to explain this and show this to you here in just a minute. So the difference between median is taking an average, but we're excluding the highest end properties, lowest end, and we're pulling that median, whereas an average is taking everything and simply doing the math. This is a significant difference, and I'm going to show you exactly why we have a $300,000 difference between average and the median. First off, let's head over to some of the areas here. So with the median home price, we're going to go with medians of $620,000. I want to show you that here on 1300 East, you can see right here, 1300 East. From there to State Street, this is the majority of our homes that are priced from median and down. Okay, so up to 620,000. Now, when I click over here, this is 620 and above. So now we're above the median. Look how we've shifted. Okay, so here's our 1300 East. And not to say you can't find these properties on one side or the other, but the vast majority are going to be on this eastern side of 1300 East. And just to kind of break down, the majority of the listings, the bulk of the development that took place in Sandy took place in the 70s. And so you're going to find more homes available for sale built in the 70s than any other time. And then you're going to be followed by the 80s and then the 90s. Then we still have stuff built in 2000s, 2010 and newer and so forth. That's kind of the history and the development when you would expect to see these homes being built. Okay, so let's talk about the schools and the school districts. So we're in the Canyon School District. It's a really good district. It's rated according to niche.com as a B+. So you've got great ratings for academics, for teachers, for the clubs and the activities. When we look at the reviews that they have, very good. We've got lots of very good reviews and some great, excellent reviews as well. So the majority of all of our reviews are going to be very good. So very good to excellent. It's a good school district. Your main high schools are going to be Alta High and also Jordan as well. So those would be the two main high schools that you'd be going to in this area. All right, so let me show you a couple of the homes that you would expect in this area. So if we go below the median price, here's a home right here, $459,000. This would be located on 420 East and about 103rd South. It is a split level 2-car garage, a little under 1,800 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Well, let's take a quick look inside here. Okay, so, they've updated the kitchen. Looks nice, new flooring, new cabinets, granite countertops, looks like some newer appliances. It looks like a nice home. This is obviously a home that's been updated within the last few years. It shows well, it shows clean. We've got some newer paint there. They've updated this bathroom. You've got the newer tile shower, granite in the bathroom with newer cabinets and flooring. Yeah, it looks like there's some nice paint in here. The carpet looks like it's newer. Down here in the basement now. So these split entries, you do get a little bit more daylight out of those basement windows because you're not so deep in the ground. But it looks like a nice home. So it looks like it's been well cared for. Looks like the backyard could use a little a little TLC there, but you know, inside the home, it looks great. So a great home, a great representation of what you could expect to see in that 450,000 range. Now, if we jump up closer to the median price, we're 639,000 here. This is going to be a Rambler, and look at the address here. So 1700 East. So just as we saw on that map, that previous home was on the west side of 1300. This home here is going to be on the east side, and that just fits that overall price point location there. So for 3,300 square feet on a quarter of an acre, a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, let's see what you're going to get in Sandy right now. Okay, so we've got some hardwood floors there. They have an updated kitchen as well. Done granite, looks like they've updated, put new cabinets in the kitchen, some nice tile flooring, like a nice pantry there. A nice fireplace in here, some built-ins on either side of the fireplace. Got some crown molding with two-tone paint. Nice open walk-in shower, real new modern concept with that shower. See the bathrooms here. It looks like a nice home. Walked out down there in the basement. Nice deck. Look at those mountain views. So right from your deck, you get a peer out to the east, looking at the mountains there. Okay, so taking good care of their yard. Okay, so that's a nice home. A nice home built in the 80s. So 1982 is when this home was built. That's going to be a good representation to what you're going to find in that medium price point in Sandy. And then I want to show you a higher end home. So coming back to this difference between median and average, we had that $300,000 difference. And right now there's 13 homes in Sandy that are listed above $3 million. So Sandy has some really nice luxury level homes on the east side, and let me show you exactly what one of these is going to have to offer. And let's go over the details. So we're over 12,300 square feet, seven bedrooms, we've got 7 bathrooms, we're over an acre, a lot, 4-car garage. But this picture says it all. Look at the views. Okay, you're right at the base of Little Cottonwood Canyon. That's the canyon that takes you to Alta and Snowbird. But look at these views. You've got these incredible mountain views. You can look up the canyon. You've got this great deck. I mean, just luxury living at its finest right here. You've got a swimming pool. But I want to show you, hopefully they give us some views of the valley. So we're still looking at the canyon, but look at that. So here we are. This is going to be the backyard faces north is what it looks like. And so you're going to be able to see all of those views of the valley as well from your deck in your backyard. Let's jump inside here. It looks like even from actually this is still the back right there. So, but just a great home, great views, beautiful area. Nice landscaping that you would expect in a luxury setting like this. Lots of outside pictures here. Here we go. Now we're inside. So just elegant home. Pictures are going to speak for themselves. Just luxury level living. Now, one thing I want to point out here is when you get to these homes, like it's all about the view. And when these builders build these homes, it's all about giving the homeowner the beauty, enjoying the surroundings. So these windows, we're going to see windows. That's my guess. I haven't actually seen this listing yet, but my guess is we're going to see windows that showcase the surrounding views. So here we go. It's like a breakfast nook, dining area. Got these large, tall windows that let you enjoy the view. Living space, same thing. So here's our master bedroom with a fireplace. Look at those tall windows. You've got windows everywhere. Look over here in the bathroom. Windows, just letting you take in the beauty that surrounds this area. You know, I don't want to spend all day looking at these pictures here, but for 4.4 million, we're just shy of 4.5 million. That's what you can expect. And there's going to be several homes that are at this luxury price point in Sandy as well. And so most of them do sit on these larger lots. Most of them sit up on the bench. Let me jump back to the map. I'll kind of show you where you're going to be, because this is typically around the Wasatch Boulevard area, areas like Pepperwood, which is going to be down here. Pepperwood is, if you can just follow my mouse here, here's the Pepperwood area. Here's Wasatch Boulevard. A lot of these homes are going to be located along this area. Some of them up on this bench to the east of Wasatch. So I hope that helps you out, gives you a good idea as far as what Sandy has to offer. It's a great city. It's a great location. I think it's a place that you would enjoy. So, whether it is that you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or even send us an email. All the information is in the description below. That way we can help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake, Utah. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.